Well, it seems like my country has been in the spotlight of the internet once again. And I gotta be honest, I didn't expect this three W's at a time. I think it was two, but it doesn't matter. I could say the Paju Jalur was fine, the Tung Tung Sour was fine, but this has gotta be international at some point. Now let me address two things before we start the video. Why I look dapper like this for no reason? Well, there is a reason. I was back at church and I gotta make this video because it's been a week since I made a video. And second of all, yes, this is something what political talk about. So I do not want to get political. So this is a political disclaimer. So I do not want to get political by any point. This is just me commentating on the things are happening inside my country right now. With all that being said, let's keep it out all the way. I'm going to tell you what is going on and I'll explain it. So, you might have seen the news, maybe not. This isn't so popular, but it's so popular where I am. In Indonesia, right where I lived, there is a sighting going on that people were raising the Indonesian flag because it's 17 August, and every August, 17 August is our Independence Day. We raise the Indonesian flag. It's the tradition. But not only that, there's another competitor, or say another person who would like to join the campaign for independence. And this comes from a very known anime called One Piece. Yes, it is the Jolly Rogers Luffy's flag from One Piece being raised next to the Indonesian flag. And has been going since the beginning of August. And you can see this everywhere in houses, on the back of people's trucks, and even some boats, which is ironic because, it's a pirate flag. And it's been going on since August until now, and it's going to happen again at probably during the Independence Day, coming soon, maybe a week later. Now, everybody wants to know why. Why is we raising this flag? Why are we raising this Jolly Rogers flag that we're about to start revolution? This is literally like the resistance, like pulling out the resistant phoenix symbol. Oh shit, a symbol is coming. Something's coming, man. There's about to be a revolution or something. Well, the simplest thing, what's going on here is because the government, as you know, the Indonesian government, this is a protest to show how the Indonesian people, or the people, are not a big fan of the government. So it's basically, I'm not a big fan of the government. Can't sing the song though, I'll get a copyright strike. That would be super sad. But anyways, it is a sign of protest that they're rebelling against the government. And I wouldn't say rebelling, not like building a rebellion or resistance against the empire. I would say more like showing that how mad I am that you guys suck so much that you're doing a terrible job at running the country. It's basically because in the One Piece, the flag of the Jolly Roger flag of Luffy's represents freedom, oppression from the government, and liberty for all. Now, before I like to continue, I just want to say that I am not a One Piece big fan. I am not a One Piece fan, and I think One Piece is an okay anime. To me, 1,000 episodes is too much. Okay, according to many calculations, it would take 3 months, non-stop, no sleep, no eating, no poop breaks, no pee breaks, to watch the entirety of One Piece, of all the 1,000 episodes. Maybe 3 months could be a bit too little. I would say 12 more months later, then to watch a full 1,000 episodes. But I understand the hype. I really think I understand why people like One Piece a lot. It's a great story about Luffy and the crew, and I really like Luffy's, character. I think one of my favorite characters, probably not Zoro, is either Brook, or not really, not Brook. Brook is a wild person to like. Anyways, One Piece is, okay, I wouldn't say mid-piece, because I haven't watched it. I can't judge anyone, and I can't judge the anime, I haven't even watched it at all. But I did see the Gear 5 hype, and I understand the hype. I understand the cartoonish hype. And I did see the live action One Piece, which is all the way probably to not the Fishman arc. And then and since today they released the season 2 trailer of One Piece, I don't really care anymore. I'm just gonna watch whatever. But I won't watch 1,000 episodes of One Piece. I just hope this would be a very short term. So Mr. Oda will definitely forgive me for not watching his masterpiece. Now back to the the One Piece flag covering with the Indonesian flag. Now the government, as you know, is angry because they're not allowing this because they're afraid because the One Piece flag represents rebellion against the government, and that means that you're a bad person. You're like a pirate. You're just like Luffy, a bad person. And I say no, Luffy is not a bad person because Luffy believes in liberation and freedom and all that stuff. I, however, do not know the entirety message of One Piece and the Jolly Roger's flag. I am no pirate and I am no member of Luffy's crew. And I also don't really care about the One Piece lore and everything about here right now that involves with the Jolly Roger's flag. I don't really care if you hang any kind of flag over. I mean, as long as you don't put the Indonesian flag over anything. I think if you disrespect every kind of flag in the world, like any nation flag, like no matter who they are, I think that's just a you problem. I think you need to check yourself, like because you shouldn't be kicking or burning or someone else's flag. I don't know, maybe not. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Just appreciate everyone else's flag. But all I'm saying is, after this, the government tried to ban the One Piece flag because, oh, you're an evil bad guy. I'm a good guy here, and whoever knocks down the Indonesian flag over to the One Piece flag, you will be punished severely. 50,000 whips per day, and no water after that. Which is if they did try to ban the flag in the first place, they're literally representing what Luffy is fighting against: oppression from government. As you know, the Indonesian government is we're probably known for a lot of corruption, or maybe we know for ourselves we have a lot of corruption, and to my notice, it is going really bad. And once again, just like any other government, just like the British, they always try to, ban the symptoms instead of curing the actual problem. And the actual problem is themselves. Now, I'm not here to criticize the government. All they're doing, yes, they've done bad things, but so does its citizens. Yeah, sometimes we've wasted a lot of money, and sometimes the government is also responsible, which is your job as a leader. You're supposed to take responsibility, and it's all your fault, and you should, be the better person to take care of the cause of the people and the betterness for the people. And I don't think anyone should be arrested in this. And even our president said he heard of One Piece but never seen it before. And just like that was just literally my answer. I heard of One Piece and I haven't seen it before. But except for me, I've seen a few things about One Piece. You don't have to arrest anyone for doing this because this is not like such a big deal. If you put out a different flag like like the no German flag, I guess that would be kind of a problem. Or if you burn the Indonesian flag, that would be some kind of a hate crime or something. It's not a big deal as long as they don't put the One Piece flag above the Indonesian flag. I don't think it will be a problem. A lot of people said this is some kind of childish thing because it's just a cartoon animation flag. It's not really a big deal, which is really wrong because One Piece if you look at anime and One Piece, it looks kind of childish, but no, if you just watch, my good sir, it does have a big meaning if you're listening to enough, or you should understand it enough. And this is just a form of protest, which is you're not allowed to hate anyone or for just protesting. It's literally free speech. There's nothing wrong with it because it's a flag. Get over with it. I think you should be focusing on a real solution. Whoever's in charge, like corruption and where are we putting our money? We need to help our resources. I'm not a political guy. I'm not saying anything to overthrow the government or anything. Please don't don't censor me. But I'm just saying maybe we should reconsider of taking care of our country instead of arresting people that's holding a anime flag. I don't know. It sounds kind of stupid, isn't it? Just to arrest people or put them in chains for just floating an anime flag. But anyways, yeah, that's about it about the anime. Well, the Jolly Roger One Piece flag. If Eiichiro Oda sees this, he would be very proud of us. Maybe, I don't know, but I think Luffy would be very proud. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's an anime character, and he's also really sometimes an idiot. I know. I seen it. I seen the live action. I seen a few clips before, especially the one with him in the snake. Of like, whoa, we're still in a cave and something. Yeah, I know the characters. So, anyways, yeah, I hope that the government isn't gonna be so mad, or like the leaders won't be so mad. I mean, the president is not that mad. They won't be mad of us, flying a anime flag out there. It's not like the flag or the everybody's going to take over the entire world, and the people are going to take over and turn against us. No, we were just saying, hey, we don't like what you're doing. What you're doing is a terrible job, and we're telling you this flag means that we're not liking it. We're not liking what you're doing, and that's about it. The One Piece thing flag. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. One more week is Independence Day. For those who don't know, it's the 17th of August. After the bombing Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then after Japan's surrender, I think it was 14 August or 15 August. Like after a few days, the Declaration of Proclamation of Independence. A little bit of history for you guys who don't know that. It's literally from the end of the video. But yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Maybe from a week later in this video. Happy Independence Day for those who are celebrating, for all my Indonesians. See ya.